I'm standing here, holding back the tears. Familiar faces, I'll miss the coming years. Never a doubt in my mind that when the call had come, I'd gladly give my time. Now I'm sitting nervous, don't know what to say. He's asking questions, doesn't want to pray. He says he's not sure that God is real, and says he can't believe there's power on earth to heal. And I cry and say, this is what matters. The truth is calling to you. I cry and say, this is the fruit that feeds your deepest hunger. And I cry, deepest hunger.
For me, it's like there will be like their big chance to listen about the gospel. So it's kind of sometimes a big pressure for me, because we have just like 15 minutes to talk about the whole gospel that we know, and to make them understand that there is a God and there is Jesus Christ, and that there is a blessings available for them as well at the temple if they go through the process of preparation to go to the temple. But it's a really interesting opportunity to see that God really prepared people's hearts to listen to the gospel. It's not every time that I will see a person that prepared to listen to the gospel, but there's the times that the people that come over here, they just started to cry. They just feel something different. They feel the Spirit, because there is Spirit here. Because the temple brings the Spirit, and they can feel the presence of God over here.
Because they're my people from my own country, I think there's more love towards those tours, and so I get more attached to them. And so when they don't accept it, I'm much more sorrow than the ones that are not my people. Like when they don't have any clue and they don't have any interest, like it breaks my heart so much, and it makes me be depressed for that whole day. It's like, oh, my people are not ready. Like, but I had one CTO, which is like one person who accepted the missionaries. My whole mission, like for 9 months, I had one CTO that was a Korean. And when I had that experience, that was like the happiest experience of all experiences, because it's my own language, my own culture, my own people.
One that was recently was like this, how do you say, like what I was thinking, that I was in the outside of the temple grounds. I think that I shared with you before, but anyway, I was in the outside of the temple grounds, and then this guy came with his friend, and then he just came to me, and then he asked me, hey, do you guys have any materials or anything that I can learn? And then I was like, yeah, we have. And like, actually, I'm a missionary, and as a missionary, we give those materials for people that are interested, and we teach them about the gospel of Jesus Christ. And he was like, oh, you know what? I want to be baptized. I was like, what? And he just came in, and then I asked him, do you ever met with a missionary before? He's like, no. And then I asked him, where are you from? And then he was saying, I'm all around the world. Like I visited a lot of places and everything. But then He said, I'm now here in Hawaii, like here for 5 months, and I just saw the people, the members of the church, and then I went to the church every week, and I just felt something really, really special, different, that I never ever felt before. And then his friend, like, yeah, so I just bring him here to meet with you guys, the missionaries. I thought it would be a good idea. So and it was like a gift from God. I don't know, yeah, but
I have one in my proselyting area. I used to serve in Haula, and this guy, he's like in his 50s, late 50s. He had gone through a lot. He lost his leg in an accident. He was diagnosed with cancer, and he was once addicted with alcohol, drugs, and all sorts of things, and he just had a very tough life. And we were actually trying to contact his daughter because his daughter was taught before, but we could never meet his daughter, but we always met him. And so we started to go and talk with him. Like the first few times we went, he was very unfriendly. He was like, "Get away, I'm busy. Get away." Like, he was just very mean. But we just kept going anyways because we were always in that neighborhood, and we would see him like work in the yard and things like that. But then after about a month later, I got a new companion, and then we met him in Foodland. And so we're like, "Oh, hey, like, can we stop by another time?" He's like, "Yeah, sure." And then we started to go to his house to meet, like, for a lesson and stuff. And, like, literally within that, when we were teaching in a month, like, we saw him change so much. Like, it was, like, incredible to see somebody change like that. Well, being a missionary doesn't mean that you're like perfect, like missionary. It's just you're yourself. But I think it makes you push yourself to be more like Christ. Like, um, like you may make mistakes, but the mistakes that you make are less and less because you're trying to be more like Christ. And so the things that I pray for are different than the ones that I did like before my mission. And I think that's the biggest change. Like, I'm trying to be more like Christ. Although I'm too far away and I have a long way to go, like, still you have that in you're trying more and more and more to be closer to Him. And because of that, I think you change a lot. Like, you get converted. You learn a lot. When you read the scriptures, like, it comes to you more. And when you teach, when you're praying or whatever you're doing, you can feel the Spirit more. And you understand the gospel more. Like, I think that's why you change, because you're trying to be like Him, because you're a representative of Christ and you have that name tag on you.
to be a missionary for me, it's like, it's putting all my trust in the Lord, because I don't know what's gonna happen after my mission or whatever. But sometimes like the beginning of my mission, I had a really hard time, but now I really started to learn to trust in the Lord, even though I don't know why He sent me to be a missionary, because I know that the Lord told me to come on a mission, even though I don't know exactly what was the reason. For me, it's like, it's me to show my love for the Lord. To do, it's not like it's nothing actually for comparing what the Lord did for me, or what the Lord is doing every day for me, the blessings that I receive every day. Even though I'm a missionary, I'm not paying anything back. I think that I'm having more and more to do to pay back to Him, but I'm just really trying to show my love for my Savior by being a missionary.